Welcome back. We're going to go ahead and keep building the tone on this, polishing, refining incrementally. Okay, so this is a blending stump, and I'm just going to come up here and remove some of the excess lead off of here. Okay. Now, the right way to use this is never push down like this. You're going to ruin the point. And of course, we already know not to overuse it. Okay. Don't push too hard. Especially where there's where there's a heavy pile up of lead. Remember to alternate. Whether you're blending or drawing, you want to alternate the direction, right? It's really tempting to just want to keep going like this, right? But if you do that, it's going to end up looking striped, which is not what we want. Keep in mind when you blend, you're removing some of that lead too. So you don't want to do that too much. You want to actually replace some of the excess lead you may have removed. Come here and soften this out. Can move a little bit more freely in here because there aren't as many value changes. So I'm not just pushing the lead, or making it look smooth. I'm also redirecting some of this buildup here. So you're always drawing, whether it's with this stump or with a pencil. This is a little too bright down here. Okay. I've got my wickedly sharpened 9B here. Pushing extremely softly at this point right here. make sure I don't lose the direction of all these different values in here. It's that's going to be one of the pitfalls I really want to watch for as I progress, is not to overblend to where everything looks the same. If you're going to go into a light area, oh, I think I'm shaking the camera, I'm sorry. Either grab a new blending stump or just remove some of the excess lead. This is extremely subtle shading in here, but it's very important. It looks like it's all the same value. It's not. And it just goes to show you, it's those little things that just make such a difference. In the overall quality. Always keep in mind, this is a curved form here. You want to treat everything like it's very sacred. Okay, so I'm going to remove some of this. Over blended this area right in here. Yeah, that kind of messed that up a little bit. Area of reflected light comes and stops right about here. I don't know if it's possible for you to see that on the camera, and by the time I blow it up, it's like everything kind of looks the same, but it stops right here. Make sure you refer to the original that I attached in the comments. Sometimes you can indicate that something is different just using the pattern that you shade it with. So I didn't go this way on the ball or the sphere. I'm just going this way across the background, and that's going to be enough to indicate that the sphere ended and the background has begun. And just by carrying it right up next to this edge here, the edge of the ball kind of takes care of itself. See, if you make a mistake, how detrimental it can be using the eraser, right? You have to be extremely cautious with this, and definitely always use a kneaded eraser. You're not going to get you're not going to be able to carry the drawing to a higher level if you use, you know, a rubber eraser. It's almost impossible. And if this is your first time drawing, getting one of these guys is extremely cheap. They're like, I don't know, like $1. They're not anything to be like worried about financially. Hopefully you can see by now that the background is just as important as the foreground. It's the whole picture, you know? The play's the thing. Everything works together to support the illusion. Ignore the background at your peril, you know? Everything is supporting. If everything were flat back here, you know, if it were all one value, a lot of the illusion would be lost. I'm really starting to bear down here. To remind you to, you know, instill good habits. One of those habits is never stop looking back at your reference material. I mean, you can't see me doing it, but I'm constantly looking back. It's about learning to look. I can't stress the importance of pushing lightly enough. This area is bothering me here. switching to my F pencil here. If I had used a really dark pencil for the entire drawing, it would end up looking very heavy, and I wouldn't be able to get some of these more nuanced, lighter values in here. And I would be really tempted to reach, and I'm speaking from experience here, I would be very tempted to reach and just blend everything to get the lighter values. And that just, it does not work. So get a range of good quality pencils. Now, does it take me this long to create my own drawings? And the answer is no. I'm definitely slowing it down so you guys can follow along. I mean, sometimes it does. For something more challenging like a portrait, absolutely. No two faces are the same, you know, no two heads are the same. So it's got extremely heavy in here. I think what happened was I used, and it looks like I'm dragging it slowly, but I'm actually making little dots here. I used too dark of a pencil in this area right here, leading to that heavy look that I was talking about. Remember to keep looking back at your reference material. Keep looking back, look back, look back. It's so important. You may just be drawing, and I know it feels like you're just juggling so many things at once, but that's kind of what learning art is. There's so much that goes into a work of art. You have to just kind of relax, because that's when you're able to hold lots of different ideas in your head at the same time. Once again, I'm using my F pencil because these values in here are very soft. And I'm just barely scratching the paper. So right here, if I keep this relatively crisp and this very soft, right? So if everything were soft, right, it wouldn't hold together. Sometimes you do have to have a hard edge. But that hard edge is not, you know, it's made up of many things. And that will help pop it forward a little bit. Okay, right here, do you see how this looks kind of like a stripe? Because I was just working back and forth like this. You don't want, you want to, this is how you take the stripe away. Okay, I think that's enough for today. Thank you for watching, and check back tomorrow.